Hello, I'm BX and welcome back to Seed Sunday. Seed Sunday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I show you seeds Minecraft console edition which are particularly interesting and worth checking out in some way. And this week's seed is hopefully both those things because it's one I found on my quest for 10 NPC villages. That's right, I'm still trying to find a classic Xbox 360 / PS3 size world which has 10 NPC villages. I found 9, but I'm still on that last lookout of 10. I've been spending hours and hours and hours, but at some point I'll find it. But while I was looking for it, one of the seeds I found was amazing because this seed has 5 villages, so only halfway there. But on top of having 5 villages, it has an ocean monument. So if you don't know, finding an ocean monument with other stuff like other temples like with villages is really rare. And today I have 5 villages, an ocean monument, and a mesa island, as well as a few other cool things I'll be showing you in today's video. So hopefully you do all enjoy this. If you do, like the video and let me know because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like this video. As a heads up, by the way, the ocean monument is really cool and glitchy, and I'll be showing you around that in a second. But first, let's start by telling you what the seed is, so you can type it in and you can know where you spawn. Because the seed is IBXTC45Z. That might seem like gibberish, but it's like IBXToyCat45Z. But yeah, basically if you type that seed in, it's going to be on screen right now, you'll spawn just over here. I spawned in the water actually, you can see the beacon where I spawned, and I was scared there was going to be a massive underwater seed, but yeah, it's just a random lake where I spawned. You could spawn somewhere around it, you could spawn over there, but I spawned in the lake, something you just want to keep in mind because the spawn area is a large place. So yeah, once you do spawn over here, you've got a few options on where to head, but I'd recommend going this way for 3 villages, or if you just want to get the closest village, there's one just over here. So yeah, this is just to the south, west of where you spawn, and as you can see, there's a village here where you get, as always, you can get yourself some nice free stuff. Everybody loves their free stuff, and villages provide it. I'm not going to be focusing too much on each village in this video because there is 5 of them, and the big thing for me is the ocean monument. Again, villages are awesome, and there are blacksmith chests to go alongside them, but for the most part, you just want to come to each of these villages, check them out. This one's at these coordinates. This one's a little bit glitchy, more than a couple broken trees, but still that's cool. Then the third NPC village is just to the north of this one. There's 3 around the same kind of east-west thing. They're all just kind of north-south of each other, so if we go further north, we find a third village just over here. As you can see, this village is pretty nice too. It's got a decent amount of size to it. And then, of course, if we go even further north on this, very close to the top of the map, we'll find the 4th village just over here. And as you can see, this one is incredibly close to the corner of the map, literally 1 block away from being at the edge. And it means that there is another half to the village over there, presumably, that we just don't get to see because the well is over here. So, things to consider if you've ever wanted to, expand the world and get more village, that's something you'll be able to do with this part of the world, which is something I think is pretty cool personally. But yeah, focusing on the other parts of this is the 4th village. There is a 5th village, but it's all the way across the map, so to get there, I'll take the kind of long route round, which involves us going across this nice savannah / desert kind of mix, across a tiny bit of ocean, and then over to this mesa island. So yeah, this is a giant mesa island, and it's really cool if you want to experience a mesa biome, but kind of separate to the rest of your world, but if you want to experience a big one too, because the thing about Minecraft console generation is it generally generates really flat biomes. Most of your mesa will be something like this, and if you do get a hill, it's usually not going to be massive, but because this is in the corner, there's not much terrain around it, it can actually be relatively big, and it's, it's a big mesa. That's something you don't usually get to experience in console, and if you want to experience it, it's found just over here. Do keep in mind that every now and then it will generate some rice, and things will go a little bit different, but for the most part, this big mountain will be here, and if you want to set up a house in one of the most weird locations you've ever been able to do it, really, I think between these trees on top of a mesa, in the corner of the world, is definitely one of the more unique places to try and start a house. So yeah, in case that doesn't interest you, big bunch of mesa just to pick up the red sand and all that stuff. Also some more sugarcane. There's lots of sugarcane around all of the desert because again, this map is mostly centered around desert and stuff, but it does also have access to that. Has access to the mesa, has access to some birch forest and a few other cool things. But finally, let's show you the 5th village, which is just over here. It has a blacksmith chest too. I'd show you the blacksmith chest, I'd show you the blacksmith chest stuff as I did was going to do before. But the thing is, people are always like, oh, it's different, and it does vary a bit from platform to platform. So maybe you get some diamonds, maybe you get 2 apples and a piece of bread. Who knows? You don't know until you go there. Also nearby this one, there's one of these monument things. It's really weird that this generated literally next to the village. Usually you see a bit more separation between the two, so maybe that's something you find rare enough to check out. I think it's just always cool to look at, but then I go, oh yeah, that's nice. Let's move on for our day though. And if moving on to your day is what you want to do, then you're going to want to head to the southwest of this monument, so just over to here, because there is the ocean monument of the seed. So it's found in a really small body of water, and it's really interesting for an ocean monument because it clearly shouldn't have generated there. The reason I'm saying it shouldn't have is because it's generated next to this big kind of gravelly cliff, and what it actually means is if we go down there, Wait, let's get a water-breathing potion first. So if you actually go down here with a water-breathing potion, which I always have problems finding, okay, there we go. If you go down here, you splash yourself, then what you actually be able to see is because it like generated into the walls a little bit, where it should be gravel because it's the surface of the floor, you get stone instead. So this is kind of interesting. It happens on 2 of the corners, happens over here pretty badly too, where it's clearly not meant to be that way, but the Ocean Monument generates that way. The really interesting thing to me isn't just these 2 corners, it's the fact that in one of the corners there is a cave. So you end up with this really, really weird phenomenon where the water just kind of flows half in and half out, and you have guardians which, like this one, managed to jump out of it and into water which is flowing in from another part. Again, really interesting, but then also because, the water doesn't get into this cave, the water doesn't go below the monument, and you can go below most of this monument without ever sinking into water, which is something really, really strange, really, really bizarre, and something totally worth doing. If you want to, if you ever wanted to go underneath a monument, you can totally do that around here, and again, because underneath it, the Elder Guardians won't hit you, you actually, you can sneak into the monument from below and get yourself kind of like a small advantage that way. Again, it's something that might be worth doing in my opinion, and it's something you can do with this Ocean Monument. So yeah, in case you want to get an easier, what you can just do is you can sneak in from below using a cave, which I'm lost now. Am I in a different cave? Yeah, I'm lost. So I'm just gonna mine my way out there, try and find the entrance, just break my way through a few walls. And with that said, this is the Ocean Monument for the sea. It's really, really cool. It's really, really bizarre for reasons that you can see right here. I mean, things just get a little bit weird. And if you like weird monuments, then this is that. So I'll just show you around the inside because I did actually do a tech. As it turns out, from platform to platform and from try to try, the Ocean Monument does change, but you might get a really lucky one, like me, where it goes straight to the gold blocks in the center. I don't know. That's entirely for you to go check out. So yeah. Really, really cool Ocean Monument, in my opinion. Some of it's in a cave, some of it generates with like weird corner bits, and just in general it's a little bit strange that they're generated in such a small ocean. Like usually if your entire map is ocean, you'll be lucky to find even one Ocean Monument, but then we have this tiny little corner of the map where really an Ocean Monument shouldn't spawn, but yet we have one anyway, which is really, really lucky and really, really cool if you ask me. So yeah, that is the Ocean Monument for this seed, and it's one of the coolest things that I found, and I was like, yeah, I have to show that off. But in case that isn't of your interest, my controller died because it does that from time to time. Really should just get that fixed. But yeah, with that said, there's a Savannah End biome just over here. Maybe that interests you too. I don't think there is too much going on here besides maybe if you were to, drain the Ocean Monument or do something with it, you could see both that, you could see a village, and you could see a decent amount of the map. Probably more on the Xbox One, PS4 side of things, but still, something kind of interesting there. And then finally, what's worth checking out is the Stronghold, because the Stronghold is found at these coordinates just over here. So if you go to over here, as you can see, 106.31, then just mine down, you'll find yourself in a stronghold. Obviously I broke a block here, but you'll find yourself in a stronghold, and it's a stronghold within 2 ravines. So I'd recommend coming here even if you don't care about the dragon and all that stuff, because as you can see, as well as having 2 ravines and a stronghold, which is kind of nice, there's also diamonds just over here. So there's 2 veins of diamonds. I didn't even realize those ones were just here till just now, but yeah, 2 veins of diamonds right next to each other, pretty awesome if you ask me, and found in a double ravine which has access to a stronghold, and which, by the way, these caves go into find more diamonds. I found a couple more and then got lost, so you get the point. But yeah, these caves go into more and more diamonds, which means if you want to explore the full stronghold, I haven't found the end portal yet, so I won't be spoiling that one for you, then you can do that. But it is really interesting for me to at least just check it out anyway, because you go into caves, into caves, into caves, and you find more and more stuff, you find gold, you find diamonds, and you just have a really, really weird time exploring when the game is so weirdly generated like this. Like, what's even happening here? Okay, nice there. So, yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to race here. The stronghold is in a very interesting location. There's diamonds just over here, in case that's something that interests you. And in general, this is a pretty nice little stronghold ravine. Stronghold, ravine. And if that's something that you like, then this is something you'll probably like too. So, let's break out of here, shall we? And just kind of do a finale seed, just in case you are curious. There is a big ocean in the middle here that, for the most part, doesn't hold too much use. But if you want to have a cool way from the mesa biome over to the rest of the map, but you want to, or maybe you want to make an artificial island separate to the rest of the world, maybe this is the right size for you. Honestly, I just think it's a cool place to make a secret base, because no one's realistically ever going to go here, like, unless you're going there too, which means if you hide a base somewhere below the gravel, like, you have a few blocks going down like that, unless they have a night vision potion, and even then it's going to be hard to spot, then you can have a secret base below the water. But again, just a little opinion that might help you out in some way. If you did all enjoy today's video, I'd very much appreciate a like on the video, because it helps out the channel a lot. Lets me know you do like seed Seed Sunday. Again, I'm still searching for that 10 village, you know, magic seed. I'm so convinced it's amazingly rare because I've gone through thousands of seeds at this point. But I'm gonna keep on checking because I believe the dream's out there. If you want to help out and check your own seeds, if you try and include Toycat somewhere in the you know, in the seed name itself, and it's a classic sized world, and you have 10 plus villages, if you can find that and you can prove you found it, then I will send you a Toycat shirt. So if you ever wanted one of these Toycat shirts, which I'm wearing right now, I think they're awesome, then you can get one by, you know, trying to find a seed. But, you know, that's just if you want to get involved with the seed stuff. I think it's a fun thing, and maybe you will too. But with that said, thank you all very much for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed it, because I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, battle mode's in 2 days, isn't it? I just remembered. That's nice.